Fe fydd dros 40 o gemau byw gan Sgorio eleni gyda sylwebeth Gymraeg a Saesneg ar bob un. Gyda nifer o'r gemau ar gael i'w gwylio ar blatfformau digidol Sgorio.
I wylio ar clic, gwasanaeth ar alw S4C, chwiliwch am dudalen Sgorio. Unwaith i'r darllediad ddechrau, bydd modd dewis sylwebeth Gymraeg neu Saesneg.
Bydd modd gwylio'r gêm o sylwebeth Cymraeg ar gael ar dudalen Facebook Sgorio, neu sylwebeth Saesneg ar dudalen YouTube Sgorio. Fe fyddwn nhw'n cyhoeddi dolenni i gyfeirio i'r mannau priodol cyn y gêm.
Cofiwch bod cyfoeth o gynnwys digidol cyson ar gael ac ar alw gan Sgorio.
Sy'n caniatáu i chi dilyn pob cic, tackle a gôl o Gyngreiriau Cymru.
Mae'n rhoi 110 y cant I fi heddiw.
Job dda. Screwfix yn nodi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Mae uwch Gyngrau'r Cymru yn ôl penwythnos yma a gyda dim ond 4 gêm I fynd tan yr holl, gallai pethau ddim edrych yn fwy wahanol i'r ddau dîm sy'n cael ein sylw ni ar Sgorio heno. Ar ôl ei gêm ddi-sgôr yn erbyn Met Caerdydd penwythnos diwethaf, mae'r Bala wedi llithro i'r hanner isaf. Tra bod y dre newydd yn hedfan yn yr ail safle ar ôl ddod o diôl I gipio pwynt gwerthfawr yn erbyn Hwlffordd dydd Sadwrn. Noswaith dda o'r Bala a mae lot yn yfantol i'r ddau dîm yma heno. Y Bala yn erbyn y dre newydd yn fyw ar Sgorio gyda'r gic gyntaf rhyw gwarter awr I ffwrdd. Croeso cynnes ato ni. Braf iawn cael eich cwmni chi a braf iawn cael cwmni Owain Tudur Jones. Owain, os digon o layers mlaen dys i'n gynta?
Wastad digon o layers. Dwi wedi dysgu gwersi dros o blynyddoedd. Neis cael bod yn ôl, Sioned.
Nawr Owain, mae'n teimlo fel penwythnos enfawr yn y Gyngrair. Fel wedys I 4 gêm I fynd tan yr holl. A lot o bwysau, lot yn yfantol I lot o glybiau.
Oes, mae bob un yn gobeithio fyna bwyntiau I gael yn wythnosau nesaf. Y rhan fwyaf wrth gwrs eisiau gorffen y 6 ucha. Mae yna fwy o bwysau ar ambell un na rhai o'r ei eraill yn gan gynnwys y Bala tîm cartra heno yma. Ond mae'n gaddo bod yn chydig o wythnosau cyffroes dros ben. Cyfnod y dolyg fel arfer sydd efo digon o fwrlwm, digon o gyffro, lle gobeithio fyddwn ni'n gweld union hynna dros yr wythnosau nesaf ar ôl colli pêl-droed am wythnosau.
Yn bendant. Nawn ni sôn mwy am y tîmau sy'n ware heno, ond yn gynta, beth am I ni'n cael gipolwg ar y gemau eraill sy'n digwydd heno, achos 4 gêm, 8 clwb a chyfle I ddylanwadu ar ei sefyllfa heno am y pob un yn arwydd o Caolos.
Ie, os da ni'n canolbwyntio ar y 6 ucha I ddechrau, Cynarfon yn amlwg yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd sydd yn rhedeg I ffwrdd efo'r Gyngrair ar hyn o bryd. Mae gennyn nhw gyfle I aros uwch ben clybio fel y Bala. Pen y bont isio sticio a gwneud yn siŵr bod nhw'n dal gafal ar ei safle nhw. Ond tuag at y gwylodio, mae heno noson anferth I Aberystwyth. Derwyddon cefn, 2 bwynt. Hunlle fo dymor iddyn nhw. Mae fyny Aberystwyth wneud yn siŵr nad oes a sioc yn y gêm yna, oherwydd yn amlwg bydden nhw'n teimlo'r pwysau I aros yn y Gyngrair ac mi fysa'n agolled hebdyn nhw, felly noson bwysig iddyn nhw.
A nid dyma'r amser I unrhyw glwb fynd ar unrhyw fath o rhediad gwael, yn enwedig wrth ystyried mae'r gemau darbi yn dod mlaen othyn ni golli dros cyfnod yn y dolyg.
Yndi, mae'n gweithio'r 2 ffordd dydy, da chi eisiau rhyw danio, ond mae yna wastad rhyw bryder yn cefn eich meddyliau yn gobeithio reit ar yr adeg pwysig yma rwan. Ydyn ni'n gallu delio fo'r pwysau a mynd ar rediad da a ydyn ni wedi cyfeirio at y Bala yn barod. Alla ddim pwysleisio digon pa mor bwysig ydy'r wythnosau nesaf, oherwydd i'r tîm, da ni'n disgwyl I gystadlu tuag at y brig I beidio bod yn y 6 ucha ar hyn o bryd. Mae yna bwysau enfawr ar ei ysgwyddau nhw a ddylia nhw ddelio efo yn gwrdd I weld.
A gyda rheolwr profiadol fel Colin Caton wrth y lliw sy'n hen ddigon cyfarwydd a delio gyda pwysau beth am I ni gael I sylwadau fe, achos mae fe wedi bod yn siarad gyda Nicky John.
Colin, you've won just 2 out of your 8 home games here at Maes Tegid. With 3 home games now to go until the split, is that the key? Is winning those the key to getting into the top 6?
Yeah, definitely. Every game that we approach, we try and win. We haven't been quite at it this season, but we're starting to get lads back now. We've got a good side out tonight, and hopefully we normally do well with the cameras here, so hopefully we can put a good performance on and get just rewarded 3 points. But if we play like we have done over the season, then we're not going to get much from the game. But you know, in training over the last few weeks, the break's been good for us, I feel, and I think if we approach it like we have been training over the last few weeks, I think we'll be really up for the game.
So can you put your finger on what it is that's not quite been clicking?
Suspensions, injuries, stop-start and stuff, but there's no excuses. We just haven't been good enough, and defensively we haven't been good enough, and we've had a number of meetings and stuff, and I've got a great group of lads in there, and they're all chomping to put it right. And you know, everybody says that we haven't done well this season, but you know, everybody raves about Newtown and how good they are and stuff, and Flint. But if we can get a win tonight, I think we just go 4 points behind them. So you know, it just shows the standards that we've set over the years since we've been here.
So with 4 games to go now until the split, we're not used to not having Bala in that top 6. Are you feeling any pressure at all?
Don't feel any pressure, no. There's a long way to go, and you know, there's a long set of games to go, and we like I say, we've trained really well over the last few weeks. There's been a bit of a buzz about it, which is needed to happen, and you know, there's been a few home truths being told, but you know, we've got to cut the mistakes out. Like if you make a mistake at this level and you concede the first goal, it's difficult to get back, and you know, hopefully we can go about our business good tonight.
Diolch, Colin.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diddorol clywed Colin Caton yn gweud bod Bala fel arfer yn perfformio'n dda o flaen y camera, ond tro diwethaf o'n i yma, nath nhw golli o 4 gol i yn erbyn y Seintiau, felly sa'n cweit yn siŵr am hwnna, ond Ows i ni, mae fe'n teimlo fel dechrau bob tymor, i ni'n gofyn yr un cwestiwn, a hwn yw'r tymor be bydd y Bala'n gallu dalan gyda'r Seintiau a Cheicona, ond dyma ni, maen nhw'n brwydro i gyrraedd y 6 uchaf.
Ie, dwi'n teimlo bod fi yn gofyn y cwestiwn yna'n hun bob tymor, a fel mae'r tymor yn mynd yn ei flaen, ti'n gofyn y cwestiwn, be sydd ar goll? Pan bod nhw ddim cweit yn medru cael bwlch na. Felly o weld i safle nhw yn y gyngrair lenni, mae hyn yn sioc enfawr, oherwydd y disgwyliad oedd Ceicona ddim cweit mor gri a tymor dwytha, Seintiau Newydd efo rheolwr dal yn eitha newydd yn y swydd, a'i dyma y tymor. Dave Edwards yn dod i fewn i'r tîm, ond di just heb weithio allan fel am un rheswm i'r llall. Felly, weithiau yn ystod y tymor ti'n gorau newid lle ti eisiau cyrraedd mewn tymor. Yn amlwg mae Caton rwan yn gorau newid yr uchelgeisiwr am y tymor, a wedyn gwneud siŵr bod nhw'n addasu a rwan o dan bwysa, gwneud siŵr bod nhw'n cael y pwyntiau i orffen y 6 ucha.
A un problem maen nhw wedi cael yw Chris Venables. Maen nhw wedi gweleisio goliau fe, achos mae wedi cael lot o waharddiadau. Dyw e ddim yn ware eto heno.
Na, mae Chris Venables wedi bod mor gyson, mae wedi bod mor dda ers gymaint o dymhora yn y gyngrair ac yn enwedig i'r Bala, goliau holl bwysig mae'n sgorio. A weithiau pan mae'n dymor lle di hynna ddim cweit yn digwydd, ti'n meddwl, beth sydd wedi digwydd i hwn, ydy o di heneiddio neu bethau. Dwi'n meddwl bod o dal yr un yn chwaraewr, ond efallai mae'n rhywun bach o look. Maen nhw'n lwcus wedyn bod Dave Edwards di ddod i fewn ac efallai helpu fo ran y pwysau sgorio'r goliau. Be maen nhw eisiau ydy'r ddau ar y cae yn sgorio goliau ar yr un pryd. Fydd hynna ddim yn digwydd heno, ond dwi dal yn disgwyl gweld Bala'n ennill y gêm yma.
A ni wedi sôn am hyder ar rywun sydd llawn hyder ar hyn o bryd yw rheolwr y dre newydd Chris Hughes, a mae fe wedi bod yn siarad gyda Nicky.
A win this evening will see you secure your place in the top 6. That's a great position to be in.
Well, absolutely. I think if you look back 12 months ago with, 4 games to go, I think we had 17 points. So we've got nearly double that now. So, you know, we're on a good path. We're looking forward, not backwards. We understand tonight's going to be a difficult game. You know, Bala have got a really good squad of players, obviously very experienced manager. But we're looking forward to it. We've prepared well, and we know what's at stake. But it's an away game. It's obviously always tough when you come in the Welsh Premier League away. I seem to remember saying it when we played Aberystwyth a couple of weeks ago, when we're hoping for a similar performance and similar result tonight.
You're second in the league. How do you manage the expectations of the players at this point? Because you've put yourselves in a great position.
Yeah, look, I think that old adage and that cliche of just one game at a time, that's all it is. It's all it is. I know people think sometimes it's manager speak and manager nonsense, but it is just literally that, and that's all it is tonight. So all we're focusing on is Bala away, coming here tonight, and you know, we want to put a good performance on, like our last away game at Aberystwyth, and that's what we know we're going to do. But we know we're in for a tough night tonight as well.
Diolch, Chris.
Diolch.
Un gêm ar y tro yn ôl Chris Hughes a Ows ar Sgorio. Ni'n licio edrych nôl ar y flwyddyn galendar fan hyn, a fi jyst moyn dangos safle y dre newydd, achos maen nhw wedi cael blwyddyn arbennig o dda.
Yndi, mae hynna'n anhygoel, cyfanswm pwyntiau, o feddwl lle oedden nhw ar ôl hanner tymor dwytha. A dwi'n meddwl nath y toriad helpu gweithio yn ei ffafr nhw. Nath o olygu bod nhw'n gallu dod â chwaraewyr nôl i fewn i'r garfan, boes newydd yn cael ymateb ar y tîm, a wedyn maen nhw wedi parhau efo hynna tymor yma. Felly Chris Hughes wrth i fodd, mae hefyd yn profi y swydd a mae o wedi wneud. Digon hawdd ar ôl rhediad mor wael fysa clwb yn dechrau meddwl ai Chris Hughes ydy'r dyn tymor hir. Wel, mae o wedi profi, ia, oedd y clwb yn gywir i aros efo fo, ac fydd o'n gobeithio parhau efo'r rhediad campus maen nhw wedi bod arni, a pwy a wyr, efallai breuddwydio orffan yn ail.
Dyw'r dre newydd heb ennill fan hyn ar faes tegid ers 2015 a mae problemau anafiadau gyda nhw ar hyn o bryd achos maen nhw'n mynd i fod heb chwaraewyr hynod o brofiadol, Craig Williams, Shane Sutton, Kieran Mills-Evans, maen nhw heb Wandwe eto heno hefyd. Felly mae'n mynd i fod yn brawf o ddyfnder i carfan nhw.
Yn diwyr, Wandwe o ran i gyflymder o tymor yma di bod yn gampus, di bod mor allweddol i'w llwyddiant nhw, ond ti'n sôn o fan yr asgwrn cefn, y boys yn y cefn, y profiad sydd ganddyn nhw. Dyna lle mae'r llwyddiant yn dod, dwi'n meddwl, sut maen nhw'n cydweithio fe gilydd. Felly mi fydd 'na golled, a fydd yn ddibynnol ar y garfan, ac efallai oherwydd yr anafiadau yna, dyna pan dwi'n disgwyl i'r tîm cartra gael y triffwynt heno yma.
Just cwpl, wel, ti newydd ateb yn cwestiwn nesaf i Ows, ond pa fath o gêm i ni'n disgwyl? Gêm tin o bosib?
Gobeithio ddim, gobeithio goliau, oherwydd nos Wener, da ni gyd yma yn bach o gyffro, bach o goliau, felly dwi yn disgwyl digon o goliau, ond dwi yn meddwl bod gen Bala o safbwynt y profiad yn eu tîm nhw, y ffaith i bod nhw o dan gymaint o bwysau, dwi'n disgwyl gweld y tîm cartra yn cael y fuddigoliaeth yna.
Wel, Owain, well i fi adael i ti fynd, achos i ti mynd i fod yn ymuno a'n tîm sylwebu ni yn y Gymraeg, gyda Dylan Ebenezer a Malcolm Allen draw ar Facebook Sgorio. Whilst remember, English language commentary is also available with Mike Davis and Tommy Morgan on YouTube with the option of both languages on S4C Click. Ond yn y Gymraeg, beth am i ni ymuno a Malcolm Allen a Dylan Ebenezer.
Diolch Sioned, good evening everyone and welcome to Maes Tegid where Bala Town entertain high-flying Newtown in match day 19 of the Cymru Premier. This is an eagerly anticipated encounter. Keeping me company this evening is Tommy Morgan, former Aberystwyth Town player manager. Tommy, how do you see this one panning out this evening?
I think this will be a nip and tuck game. Not much to choose between both sides, but if you look at the Newtown's record here, has been pretty tragic really in the last few years. Haven't won here since 2015.
Yes, indeed. One change to the Bala outfit that drew a blank at King Coed last Saturday. Ollie Shannon replaces Paul Rutherford and they'll be without Chris Venables, again suspended. In terms of Newtown, two changes from the team that left it late to secure a point against Haverfordwest, with Mwandwe and Evans out, replaced by Davis and Arsan.
Yeah, look at the Bala line-up here. Kieran Smith playing in front of Anthony Kay and Nathan Peat. He's got a good role to play there this evening. And then Will Evans, filling in the boots of Chris Venables at centre-forward. So he'd be hoping to notch a goal or two as well this evening. Newtown, on the other hand, virtually a new back four this evening. Sears goes to right back. Walker goes into midfield. Arson fits in at left back, and be interesting to see Cowans in midfield, son of Gordon Cowans, the former Aston Villa player, so quite a highly rated youngster.
Yeah, and two players we need to keep an eye out for this evening. The first one, Tommy, Aaron Williams, Newtown's top scorer. Yeah,
22 goals in all competitions for Williams. He's been an excellent acquisition for Chris Hughes this season. Made a big difference, I think, to Newtown's position in the league with his goals.
And particularly influential for Bala in midfield, the former Welsh international Dave Edwards.
Yeah, certainly, again, his goals have been pretty vital as well. 9 goals, and you wouldn't expect any more from a former Welsh international. Loads of Football League experience as well, with the likes of Shrewsbury. So a lot resting on his shoulders this evening. Can he get into the penalty area? Can he influence the game and create something for Will Evans as well? So I'm sure Colin Caton will be looking at him to be an influential player for him this evening.
And the referee this evening is Mr. Nick Pratt from Deganwy. He's been refereeing in the Welsh Premier League since 2010. One of the most experienced referees that we have in the Cymru Premier.
Come on, let's go, then. Let's go.
4 games before the split, and Bala have slipped into the bottom half following their 0-0 draw against Cardiff Met on Saturday. There is Newtown, who are looking to burst forward. This James Davis, one of the 2 changes in Chris Hughes' 11 instead of Lifumpa Mwandwe. Mwandwe has been so influential for the Robins this season. Could be up there for the young player of the season. Chris Hughes has had to readjust his formation without Shane Sutton, Mills Evans, Craig Williams. 1,000 games in the Cymru Premier between them. They're going to miss them, Tommy, this evening.
Oh, definitely. You can't go into an away game and not miss the presence of those 3 players you just mentioned, Mike. But James Williams, he's got one thing that, to his credit, he's got plenty of pace, and he'll be a threat down that right-hand side for the Robins this evening.
Leading the line for Bala will be Will Evans, and Mendes is clear here. Mendes, and Dave Jones off his line quickly. But there will be a free kick here on the edge of the box.
Tell you one thing, Mike, that's tremendous goalkeeping from Dave Jones there. He anticipated. That little bit of an extra touch here by Mendes, just overrun it a little bit there and gave the keeper that chance to pounce. He came out like a rocket there and just got his foot there in time.
Fantastic save by Dave Jones, who's got 7 clean sheets this season. He's one better than he went last year.
He's got a bit of a height advantage here, haven't they, Bala from the set plays?
Bala certainly have, yes, with Nathan Peat at the far post is toward for the club and for the league, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. Been outstanding manager for the Lakesiders.
A late whistle there by Mr. Pratt, one of the Bala players down with a head injury. Maybe Smith, a clash of heads there, Tommy. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think it was Smith. It's completely accidental, that. Just
it's Kieran Smith who's down.
Yeah. Henry Cowans.
Well, here's Henry Cowans, yeah, son of the great Gordon Cowans. Was part of the team that lifted the European Cup for Aston Villa in 1981. Good to see Henry Cowans in the Robins lineup this evening. Ramsey knocks it long. Edwards enjoying his football in the Welsh Premier League. Ironic, really, he's the only ever present in the Bala 11 this evening, but clearly enjoying his football.
Yeah, certainly been a cute acquisition by Colin Caton. He's got, like you said, plenty of experience, can play in numerous positions, and I think that's something that watchers won't probably pick up as he's talking during the game and helping his teammates.
Bala, as I mentioned, have slipped to the bottom half. They are in danger of missing out for the first time in 8 years. There's a double header coming after this game against Caernarfon, which will be pivotal to the positions at the end of the first half of the season. Here's Edwards. Edwards looking for Bowras. Ball is free, is cleared.
Just looking a bit shaky defensively at the moment, the Robins.
Which isn't surprising, really, when you look at the, how they've lined up consistently throughout the season with Craig Williams, Mills Evans, whether it be Shane Sutton or Brett Taylor and Callum Roberts. But Roberts having to move into the centre.
Yeah, Brett Taylor at centre-back as well. So Arson coming in hasn't featured that much this season. So a little bit at sea early doors in this game.
Williams wins the throw far side. And he does have a long throw, Aaron Williams, to go with his 13 goals, 22 in total. Williams towards Brett Taylor. Ball is free. Ooh, there's a claim for handball in the box against Dave Edwards. This is Bowrus. Bowrus wide. The ball is intercepted by the Robins. And Dave Jones, well, he had to be very quick there to release the ball. It's collected by Southern.
Be interesting, Mike, to see the replay of that handball.
Ooh, strong tackle there, and it's almost taken out on the screen. Goodness me.
Nearly asked her, wow, good your first touch was there, Mike.
I was going to say. Nearly took our monitor there.
Just having a look at this. Was that a handball there? Oh, difficult to say from here. But Nick Pratt, the referee, is in an excellent position there to make a decision.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything in that.
No.
There was more in the ball that came to you that almost struck us, Tommy.
Yeah, just seeing it from another angle here. It's head out by Pete.
Ooh, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. I think he might well have got away with that.
Yes, good claims then by the Robins for a penalty kick. So Bala lucky to escape there. Ball played forward, but Mendes on his back foot. The feed through by Bradley Bowrus.
I think there's going to be one or two interesting battles in this game this evening. None more so than at centre forward, Will Evans against Callum Roberts. Both from the same area, Mid Wales.
Particularly competitive, the two of them. Yeah. Ball is played forward. Anthony Kay, the experienced Kay, playing in the centre-back role now. 39 years old, back to Ramsey. Ramsey clears. Walker. Oh, and the ball headed back by Sean Smith to Alex Ramsey. Bala 0, Newtown 0. 7.5 minutes gone. There are four games being played this evening in the Welsh, in the Cymru Premier. And it's Haverfordwest 1, Penybont 0, a shock score down at the Bridge Meadow. And it's Ricky Watts, a shock scorer, who've put the West Wales Bluebirds ahead.
Yeah, probably
having seen Penybont dismantle Aberystwyth last Friday, that really is a shock. Nicky Hyan, the new manager down at Bridge Meadow.
Well, he obviously needs a little bit of luck. He could do with a win this evening, could Haverfordwest, but so could Aberystwyth, who are playing another key game down the bottom against Kevin Druids, who are rock bottom.
It's Carnarvon TNS at the Oval. And that Haverfordwest goal lifts them to the 9th spot. And then a 2-point gap between Aberystwyth and Barry, who seem to be falling like a stone. Tommy.
Yeah, certainly Barry, I watched the game in midweek against Cardiff Met, and to be honest, didn't really look as if they were going to score a goal, to be honest. Bereft of any pace up front. McLagan hardly getting any service, which he requires to add to his total of 9 goals he's got already this season.
Long kick by Ramsey, goes straight through to Dave Jones. And here's Shane Sutton, one of the 3 experienced defenders injured for Newtown and out this evening. And you do need that bit of luck, Tommy, don't you, as a manager and a club, to keep your main protagonists fit throughout the season.
Yeah, I think that's been one of Bala's problems this term, is having a steady back four. They've been, missing Venables for long spells due to suspension, etc. So it hasn't been a very easy season for Colin Caton, but they're still in a very good position, Mike. If they were to get the 3 points here this evening, that puts them right, and Carnarvon lose at home, which probably we expect them to do. The picture changes very, very quickly in football.
Long ball by Naim Arsan, looking for the pace of Nick Rushton, but it goes straight through to Alex Ramsey. The question I meant to ask you, Tommy, was, of course, how do you think the game's going to go this evening? Will those injuries be pivotal to the fact that maybe Newtown, having dropped a point last Saturday, could be facing defeat here this evening?
Well, if you look at the record they've had against Bala, it hasn't been a good one. But we saw them, I think we did the game at Park Avenue, when they played exceptionally well without those three defenders as well. So, they are more than capable. There's no question of that. And there's one thing about Newtown this season, they have got a bit more depth in their squad than they've had in recent seasons.
And here's James Davis, who does have that pace, but unfortunately he runs out of room, and it'll be a goal kick to Bala. Davis back in the lineup this evening, replacing Lifumpa Mwandwe. The Davis, Rushton, Williams and Mwandwe have been a potent force already this season, winning 10 of 18 games, and their away record is excellent. They've won 5 of the last 9. Will Evans wins the header. Dave Jones has to be really quick off his line, but there is an offside decision against Mendes. The header won by Will Evans, and Mendes particularly quick between the defenders.
Yeah,
but he is
Mendes,
slightly offside, Tom.
Yeah, he's playing a lot further forward this evening. His normal position is in the middle of the park, but he is playing on the right-hand side and pushing up to support Will Evans this evening.
Ball is free in the centre circle. Breaks kindly for Arsan. Arsan has had to wait his turn with the back four at Newtown playing so well. He's beaten there by Mendes onto Oliver Shannon. Shannon runs in to Taylor, and the ball is intercepted well by Nathan Pete at Southern, but Bala guilty of giving away possession, but both sides really aren't able to put the old foot on the ball in midfield, Tommy, as yet.
No, I think you do expect it to be a little bit frantic in this early phase of the game. Both teams trying to impose themselves on the game.
Ollie Shannon a bit winded there. He's the only change from the team that secured a point at Kincoid. He's got 3 goals this season, Ollie Shannon. Ball is played through again. Will Evans after it. Dave Jones clears effectively.
Ready?
Is that Colin Caton first touch there?
It wasn't quite good enough.
Not bad for centre back. Bala have won 6 of their 18 Cymru Premier games to date. Another free kick, and the game is protracted really by these free kicks, Tommy.
Yeah,
in the first 15 minutes. Stop start, as you say. Best opportunity to date. Lasana Mendes breaking free in an excellent save by Dave Jones. Free kick by Smith. Pete beaten in the air. It's back with Southern. Southern changing the direction of play. The diagonal ball towards Mendes, but here come Newtown. Ball again intercepted by Sean Smith from the left back position.
Yeah, did well there to read the situation, Smith.
And a yellow card there for Steve Fisher of Bala Town, kicking the ball away, and a yellow card for Colin Caton's assistant. Newtown attempting to take that throw quickly. Rather unnecessary. Haverfordwest 1, Penabont 1 down at the Bridge Meadow, and it's Kai Whitmore with his first goal for his new club, having moved from Ammanford in the transfer window. So goals coming at a pace within the first quarter of an hour at the Bridge Meadow. And an excellent start for Whitmore. Have you seen that player? Have you seen him play?
No, I haven't seen him play, but I've heard some good reports about him, and obviously an attacking midfield player, so that's what you're looking for. You know, make an impression early in his start for his career at Penabont, so give him the confidence, I'm sure.
Tommy and I are lucky to be sheltered here in the stand, but as you can see that the wind is affecting the run of the ball there for Dave Jones. He strikes it towards the Bala box, and it's free, and it's collected and distributed effectively by Alex Ramsey to Southern with Mendes. Good skill by Southern, but Mendes gives the ball away to Rushton. Rushton looking to release Aaron Williams. No opportunity there, and it's all a little bit frantic, Tommy, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, Mendes is really busy for Bala, both attacking wise and defensively as well. He's working back. It's causing a few problems already for Newtown.
Roberts. Rushton looking for that ball. Here comes James Davis at pace, but Sean Smith gets to the ball first. Is that a late tackle there?
I think the referee's
playing advantage. The cross comes in. James Davis, edge of the box. Arsan in. Arsan there leading with his elbow, I think. That was a free kick.
No reprimand for Smith there, though, which is a bit surprising that Nick Pratt didn't have a quick word there.
Yeah. Arsan late on Dave Edwards. Free kick taken quickly. The Newtown player goes to the floor, and it's a free kick for Newtown. And it's a series of free kicks, really. And Callum Roberts has stayed down with a head injury. 17 minutes gone in the first half. Bala 0, Newtown 0. The only goals in the 4 games being played in the Welsh Premier this evening have come at the Bridge Meadow. But it's Haverfordwest 1, Penabont 1. Here's the replay, Tommy.
Yeah, it's a bit late. But good advantage by referee Nick Pratt there.
The late tackle was on Ryan Sears, who's just moved to Newtown from Grimsby Town. It's his second spell with Newtown for Sears, former Shrewsbury Town professional. Good acquisition, Tommy, Ryan Sears.
Yeah, certainly a youngster who, you know, at Shrewsbury Town played a few first-team games for them as well. So he's definitely got a future in this league, and a platform for him to get back into the Football League as well, as we've seen recently with James Waite at Penabont, going back to Newport County. So if you can perform at this level, I'm sure it'll attract the scouts to the games.
Callum Roberts receiving treatment and having to leave the field according to the new rules. A free header for the Bala defender. Rushton helping out his midfield. Sears clears. And again, Bala looking for the ball over the top of the Newtown defence to release Will Evans and Mendes. That's excellent skill by Arsene looking for the diagonal ball to release Williams. It's James Davis through the middle, using his pace. Ball collected by Cowans. He crosses, oh, and the header for goal over the bar.
There's a real quality ball into the box there by Cowans. Just found a bit of room there. Didn't look up, just whipped it into that 6-yard box there. And it just, Williams it was, our potent striker. Just flashing his header over the bar.
Best chance so far for the Newtown Robins, and it was the captain, Aaron Williams, with the flashing header from Cowans' good work on the right-hand side. The best we've seen both players. On the club rugby tomorrow at 7:30 on S4C, it's Cardiff against Leinster. Minutes, 21 minutes gone here at Maes Tegid. Nothing to choose between the teams. One good chance for both sides. Here comes Southern. Southern down the channel looking for Mendes, but the ball had crossed the touchline and it'll be a throw to Newtown.
Just looking at the penalty incident again. That looks like a definite handball for me.
That's the angle. We didn't see it that originally, did we, Tommy? And it is Dave Edwards, and the hands go up from the Newtown players. Chris Hughes is very animated there. They wanted the penalty. They didn't get it. And it's interesting to note that the referee's assistant was on that side of the field as well.
I should have seen it.
So that the linesman should have seen it. Here comes Mendes. Mendes has had Bala's best chance so far. It's a great tackle on Mendes, and it'll be the first corner of the match for Bala, halfway through the first half.
Certainly been lively so far this evening. Mendes, not afraid to take on defenders.
I think it's the first time I've seen Mendes play as an attacking player, to be honest.
Yeah, he's been in central midfield most of the time, but
cluster of players in white. Dave Jones, he did come a long way, Dave Jones. I think he got the... No, he didn't get the important touch, because it will be a throw to Newtown. He committed himself there, Dave Jones, come through a clutch of players.
I just thought he'd got a touch to it myself, Mike, but obviously he didn't know it was a defender. It looks like a defender got a header to that.
He was nowhere near it.
No.
But to be fair to Dave Jones, it was his save that's kept his side keeping Newtown level. Pete Taylor with a header. Sean Smith with a mistake there, throw into Newtown. Will Evans leading the line in the absence of Chris Venables. And Bala have struggled without him, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, just in the corner again. Some good movement there.
A little bit of push and shove there, but we're just saying, Tommy, 2 goals for Will Evans. He's been hampered by injury. Chris Venables by suspension, of course.
I think that's been the story of Bala season, really. A very stop-start sort of season. You know, like I said, changing your lineup, changing your back four, changing your midfield. So that's never easy. If you look at the New Saints, for instance, Hardy, you know their best. He knows his best side is Anthony Limbrick, and that rarely changes.
Arsene and Roberts, a little bit of confusion between the two there. 2 left backs, really. Callum Roberts helping out as a centre back this evening. Bala looking to increase the tempo and pace of the game. Anthony Kay again, long but a rather aimless ball, really, down the channel.
Yeah. Ball to nowhere, really. Skipping the team in the absence of Chris Venables. Again, a player with plenty of Football League experience. Not afraid to get his name in the book either.
Cymru Premier this evening. Aberystwyth 0, Cefn Druids 0, the latest from Park Avenue. It's 0-0 at the Oval between the team at the top and Carnarvon, who are 6. 1-1. 1-1 at the Bridge Meadow. Goals by Ricky Watts for the Bluebirds and Kai Watmore with his first goal and his first appearance, having moved from Ammanford to Penabont. Long ball by Dave Jones, but Newtown finding it hard to hold the ball up. Here's Cowans. Cowans, some nice touches by him in the first quarter. Here's Will Evans. Evans strong, throws himself to the floor. And the free kick is awarded.
And both teams at the moment, sorry, Taylor, Mike, both teams not looking to play the ball through midfield at all at the moment. It's just back to front by both sides. And both sides showing a lot of physicality in their defensive play.
Bradley Bowras with the free kick for Bala. Curls it in. Newtown clear, but there's a player down prostrate in the box. A clash of heads again. He's one of the Robins on the floor. And it's strange, really. I've seen a lot of Newtown this season, Tommy, and in those games they've played through midfield at every chance.
It's probably, for me, Mike, if you were Chris Hughes, the manager, what would you say to your team? You're coming away to Bala, they've got a terrible record here, and you say to them, right, let's, first 20 minutes, look, no nonsense, get them turned, and we'll defend. Don't give too many free kicks, too many set plays away, because they got, you know, some big units attacking wise, and I think they've weathered the storm early on. Excellent bit of goalkeeper by Dave Jones, and to be fair, they created the best chance. Whipped cross by Cowans. Williams, you know, shows his prowess as a goal scorer, because what he does really well there, he gets in front of his defender. Yes, header off target, but
there's 27 minutes gone. Bala 0, Newtown 0. And all of the highlights of the weekend's games will be on Monday at 5:30 and at 10 o'clock. And on Tuesday night, Tommy, a historic night for Aberystwyth Town. Their 1000th Welsh Premier League game. How does that make you feel? You were the player manager on that day, Tommy. I remember I scored 2, and it was a really, really fantastic day for the league, for the club, and I know for you personally as well. And there'll be a number of people. Yeah,
and for Welsh football as well. Yeah. To be honest, Mike, you never listened much to me then, so I'm going to listen to you tonight now. But no, it were great times, to be fair. That was a terrific season when, you know, people have just reminded us so much now of that, but the 30 years have just flown by, Mike.
Carnarvon 0, New Saints 1, and it's Declan McManus, the league's top scorer, who's opened the scoring at the Oval. Already 14 points ahead of Newtown at the top of the Cymru Premier, and it looks as if they're going to stretch that lead this evening. Newtown second.
Well, certainly, Mike, you know, it is a battle this season for who's going to become second, that's for sure. And there's a lot of teams in contention for that. I think I think 6 teams from Bala to Newtown were second at the moment. You know, Flint, Penabont, Connaskey and Carnarvon all could make it to Europe at the end of this season. So plenty to play for, and we can't write off Cardiff Met either, because they came strong towards the end of last season, and now they seem to have a settled side as well with Christian Edwards.
quite right there. And here comes Mendes. All bay back to Ramsey, but he was rather hurried there. Didn't have to take that first touch. Ramsey clears over the touchline. Throw in to Newtown. Still 0-0 here. Almost half an hour played.
I think the Welsh Premier goalkeepers aren't quite footballers yet, are they? They defend and they just want to strike through the ball rather than played out through the back.
That's an interesting point you make, and we'll have to look and think through the goalkeepers to see perhaps who's the best footballer. But here's Aaron Williams with the long throw. It's cleared by Bala, and that's a poor touch by George Hughes. A goal flash from Park Avenue. And I think it's at Aberystwyth Town. I can confirm are ahead. A crucial goal for Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth Town 1, Kevin Druids 0. We're still waiting the scorer. So goals at the Oval, at Bridge Meadow and at Park Avenue. We're still waiting for the opening goal here at Vice Tegid. Here's Edwards. Edwards, a little touch inside, but again we have a head injury. Kieran Smith taking one in the mouth there. Yeah. And changes to the bottom six with Aberystwyth going ahead. And Haverfordwest having gone ahead and now been pinned back and are now down in the relegation places once again. That is such a crucial goal for Aberystwyth when you look at the story of the season.
Yeah, certainly.
And it's Harry Franklin. And that's a long ball, pressure on Dave Jones, and he collects under pressure. Harry Franklin with the opening goal at Park Avenue, and all the goals can be seen on Sgorio Twitter as soon as our staff are able to upload them.
Yeah, certainly could prove a crucial goal that for Aberystwyth if they can hang on to that scoreline. Colin Caton looking to have another clean sheet this evening, which will probably give them a real good opportunity to win the game if they can keep a clean sheet.
It's been a real stop-start half an hour, though, I must admit. And the point you made, Tommy, regarding the fact that Newtown perhaps are bypassing midfield for the first time this season is a good one. Oh, Callum Roberts, and Dave Jones has to be really quickly off his line there. It just shows you really the changes they've had to make when Mills Evans isn't there and when Craig Williams isn't on the right hand side. It is a makeshift back four.
Yeah, but certainly, you know, half an hour of this game gone, and I can't recall, except for that early opportunity of Bala creating any real good openings. Again, I think they need to look after the ball a bit better than they have in the first period. They've been as guilty as Newtown in as much as let's get the ball forward quickly.
Well, here comes Southern. He's got Edwards in front of him. Feeds it to Edwards. It will be a throw to Newtown. Apologise for any foul and abusive language you've heard through the microphone. Ball is charged down. Edwards in the middle of everything for Bala. There's an offside on the far side against the Bala player. A very animated Colin Caton there. And I wouldn't blame him either. It's only that Mendes chance that they've created. And here comes James Davis for Newtown. Down the right-hand side towards Rushton. Oh, and the free kick is awarded against Nick Rushton. He went to the floor. Tommy, what did you make of that?
Nothing. Certainly never a penalty there. He's the wrong side of the defender there. Is Rushton. There's no way he's going to get anything there. Good little run by James Davis. Tries to find him there, but I think Kieran Smith's done really well there. He's read the situation and
Oh, there's
got
a
his
bit of a
body
pull on the
across.
shirt there. Well, Mendes goes down, and he collects as well. Mendes feeds Southern. Southern crosses dangerously. Oh, what a save by Dave Jones there on his near post. Excellent work by Jones between the sticks.
As you say, great hands there by Jones. Edwards ready to pounce there. Southern, great ball across the 6-yard box there. And terrific goalkeeping. To be fair, lots of bodies around him there. And that was a really dangerous ball into the near post. Nearly spilt it, but recovered really well there, did Dave Jones.
Perhaps a little bit of luck as well, but certainly bravery there by Dave Jones. Here's Rushton. Rushton looking for an opportunity to shoot. And the ball deflects behind for Newtown's first corner of the evening. Good work by Rushton.
Yeah, but quite, good approach play there by Newtown. At least they slowed the game down there, looked to get something from it. Tried probing round defensively, see what was about there. Rushton was had a good season this season.
Roberts and Sears up from the back for the Robins. Their first corner of the evening is driven. Oh, the body's diving towards the ball. I think it was Brett Taylor. He went to ground. I think they might have fallen over each other there, Brett Taylor and the Bala defender.
Yeah, I think it was Callum Roberts with him there, but that's a interesting, driven, with plenty of pace there.
That's it.
Yeah. Again, nothing for Nick Pratt, the referee, to get interested in.
Time. Step in. Travel.
Roberts. Good ball to James Davis. Davis against Smith. Davis sprinting through the heart of the Bala defence, but it was Anthony Kay who was there. And he's lost the ball now. Ball played through. It's been a game of poor quality in this first 37 minutes. Newtown growing into the game perhaps, and Arsan swings it in with his left foot. Difficult for Bala to clear.
Get tight.
Good play by Jake Walker. Mendes with the skills, but again, he loses possession.
Stay flat. Right, stay flat, stay flat.
The only game of the 4 currently being played without a goal.
Go on, H. Right.
Dave Jones strikes it long. Bowras in midfield on his left foot.
Stay H.
To Smith.
Go on, JD.
Smith, is he going to look long again? He does, looking for the run by Will Evans, but it's easy for the Newtown defence.
Well, fair play to you, Mike. You said earlier that that you expect Newtown to play a bit more football. They have in the last 5 minutes or so. They've looked to get the ball down, play through midfield, and be a little more patient.
Walker and Hughes have had a good season in midfield, sitting in front of the back 4 there, and they've just had a little bit more of the ball in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Here's Williams beaten in the air. Evans sets it to Edwards, and off goes Mendes, and Jones is off his line, and he takes out Mendes, and yes, it is. It's going to be a foul. Now the colour of the card will be,
must be yellow.
I take it is yellow. It is a mistake perhaps by Dave Jones, coming off his line a little bit too quickly. He had to make that decision. Mendes so quick, Tommy.
Yeah, that little burst of pace by Mendes there caught out Dave Jones there. Yeah, again, Dave Edwards just little lobbed the ball.
First yellow card of the evening then to the Newtown custodian, Dave Jones.
It's all about the delivery.
I think it'll be Bowras with the free kick. Dave Edwards loitering on the edge of the 6-yard box. I think there will be a stoppage in play once again. And I think Ollie Shannon has to change his shirt. I think there might be some blood on his shirt and has to change his shirt. Oh, it's actually come off his wrist, I think.
Needs to clean that up, otherwise you won't be left back on.
No. Down to 10 men temporarily. And do they wait for him to come back on, Tommy? Or?
No, game's got to carry on, Mike.
Right. And Nick Pratt having a chat here with Nathan Peat and Ryan Sears, the two number 4s. So Bala down to 10 men. Bowers to swing it in to the near post. Arson couldn't clear. It's back to Bowers on his right foot this time. Swings it in. Good header. Jones calls and Jones collects. And will they go early here? James Davis sprinting through the centre circle. Cross was looking for Will Evans. No! Bala 0, Newtown 0. 4 minutes to go to the break. Williams. There's a race between Cowans and Kieran Smith. Smith gets there first and Smith clears to halfway. Roberts calls. Heads it clear. Mendes falls over. It's collected by Jake Walker. Walker plays it through to Williams. A little bit too strong for Aaron Williams. That was an opportunity. May well have strayed offside, Aaron Williams. Ramsey releases quickly. Taylor calls. Wins the header. Sean Smith, ever dependable left back. At Edwards. Back to KK under pressure. Good pressure as well by Newtown on the Bala captain, Anthony Kay.
Edwards played him into a bit of trouble there, didn't he?
Like the look of this player, Jake Walker. He's only 21. He was with Aston Villa under 23s.
Yeah, goes through, gets through a lot of work.
Scored a wonderful goal against Flint. Here's an opportunity. Here comes Shannon! Oh, I think it was a great save by Dave Jones. Shannon without a number on his back and a low save to his right by Dave Jones keeps Newtown level.
Yeah, it's a lovely touch by Will Evans initially there. I think Jones was a little bit fortunate in goal there. The ball, I think, hit him rather than him making a save, but good positive run. Probably should have scored there. Yeah, he did get his...
I think it was Walker with a challenge on him, Tommy. The corner goes to the far side. The heads go up. And Newtown clear, but again is temporary as it's only just clears the touchline. Bala finishing strongly at the end of a half. Which has been bereft really of chances.
Yeah, Chris Hughes be hoping, you know, to keep a clean sheet until the half now.
Mendes to Southern. Southern crosses towards the far post. Pete up from the back on the volley. Shannon. Ball is cleared. Minute and a half to go with Smith, but overhits his pass. Here's the opportunity for Shannon, Tommy.
Yeah, again, lovely little flick there by Will Evans into his path. Nice positive run. I think, to be fair to the defender there, it was Walker who gets an excellent tackle in there. I think there's a little slight deflection.
I think it was George Hughes, actually, Tommy. He's wearing 28, to be fair.
Yeah.
And Haverfordwest 1, Penybont 2, the latest from Bridge Meadow, and it's Kane Owen, the captain, that put Rhys Griffiths' side ahead, and they're pushing for the second spot and a place, an automatic place in Europe as well. And bad news for that, Bluebird supporters having gone ahead through Ricky Watts early on.
I think they go above Flint definitely into third position, like if they hold on to that scoreline down at the Bridge Meadow. So what started off as a good evening for Haverfordwest has taken a little bit of a dip. With plenty of time to go.
Callum Roberts throws himself to the floor. Bowras. Ball breaks to Mendes. Here is Edwards. Edwards. The cross in across the 18-yard box. There are 2 minutes of added time to be played at the end of a half in which Bala finishing strongly. Smith. The 2 Smiths combine towards Shannon. Here's Bowras. Bowras on his left foot. Ball is... Arsan in the way of that one. Southern changes direction of the play. It's Smith again, looking for Kieran Smith. Smith gets up. Here's an opportunity, and it's Will Evans that puts Bala ahead. In injury time at the end of the first half, it's Sean Smith with the cross, knocked down by Kieran Smith, and Will Evans nets his 3rd goal of the season to put Bala ahead.
Yeah,
it's Bala 1, Newtown 0.
Good approach play, Smith. But what Will Evans does really well, he reads that and he finishes with some aplomb there, to be fair to him. That's not an easy opportunity, but great flighted ball by Sean Smith. Kieran Smith attacks it, beats Roberts in the air, and that's an emphatic finish from Will Evans. Again, great header down there.
He had a lot to do there, Don.
Smith. He did
had
actually,
a lot to do.
You know, to get his foot around that effort and get into the roof of the net. You know, that's an exceptional bit of finishing.
And look at the reaction on the bench from Colin Caton and Steve Fisher. They really needed that goal. They've not won here since about the middle of November, when they beat Flint by 3-1. A lot has been said about Bala slipping into the bottom half, but with back-to-back games against Caernarfon to come, it's all to play for the top 6 and European football. And that's final whistle of the first half from Nick Pratt, and it's Will Evans that has put Bala ahead, his 3rd goal of the season. The ball headed down by Kieran Smith. He had a lot to do on his left foot, strikes it past Dave Edwards. Good work by Will Evans, and Colin Caton's team are ahead at the break. At half-time here at Maes Tegid, Bala 1, Newtown 0.
Wel, am amser I gael gol just cyn hanner amser. Oedd hi'n ddisgwr, oedd hi'n weddol ddiflach tan I Will Evans tanio i'r Bala. Mae Wain Tudur-Jones wedi wneud I ffordd lawr o'r pwynt sylwebu. Oes roed y sesiad I ni o'r hanner cynt yna? Bala'n heiddi bod ar y blaen?
Swn i'n dweud bod nhw'n heiddi bod ar y blaen, ond allan pwysleisio digon faint oedden nhw angen y gol yna. Oherwydd fel oedden ni'n mynd ymlaen, ond teimlo oedd y dre newydd, sa nhw'n ddigon bodlon, yn ddi-sgôr, yn mynd I fewn ar y hanner, mewn cae lle dyn nhw'n wedi cael llawer o lwyddiant. Felly y Bala, bod nhw ddim ar y gorau, bod yr ymosodwyr talentog ddim ar y cae ganddyn nhw, maen nhw wedi ffeindio ffordd just cyn yr hanner. Felly, I atab dy gwestiwn di, na, dwi ddim yn meddwl bod nhw'n heiddi bod ar y blaen, ond weithiau diom ots.
O ti'n cael y symlad, doi dîm oedd yn eitha nerfus yn yr hanner cynta, ond gall y gol na cael effaith enfawr ar hyder y Bala, a hyder y Dre Newydd nawr.
Ie, felly, o safbwynt y Bala yn ddi-hyder oherwydd sy'n mae'r tymor di mynd, a dyna pam oedden nhw chydig bach yn fflat ac ofn colli fel y Malcs yn sôn yn sylwebaeth. A wedyn y Dre Newydd efo nifer o chwaraewyr allweddol allan o'r tîm, felly jyst ffeindio traed, reit, pa fath o dîm o Bala sy'n maen nhw'n mynd I chwarae, ond wedyn oedden nhw yn cryfhau a dechrau achosi mymryn bach o broblema, ond I gael y gol na, mi oedd hi'n dipyn o gol chwarae teg, da ni'n disgwyl gweld y Bala'n dod allan yn wahanol tîm yn yr ail hanner.
Nawn ni drafod mwy yn y man o ran prif ddigwyddiadau'r hanner cynta yna. Ond yn gynta, yn anffodus, dyn sydd ddim ar y ca heno i'r Dre Newydd yw Lwffwmpa Mwan Dwe. Prif greuwr y robiniad tymor yma ac yn gynharach yn yr wythnos a Sgorio I gael chat fach gyda fe.
I'm Lwffwmpa Mwan Dwe, but you can know me as Fwmpa.
Mwan Dwe! Mwan Dwe, Sgorio!
October 2018 is when I signed my first pro contract. Knowing all that hard work paid off, it was good. Being there, I got more technicals and went along, especially playing with the older lot, because just being quick wouldn't cut it, because you had players there who were quicker than you. So when you're playing with the older lot, you needed to think more up here than just thinking with your feet. COVID hit and we weren't training, and I got told I wasn't getting another contract. On that day, I didn't feel anything. And then I think it hit me a week later and I was like, well, I'm not a footballer right now. A bit of me did think I weren't good enough to play football again. Like, I didn't feel confident in myself. Mum and Dad will tell you. They helped me through that time, because that was probably the time I struggled most mentally, trying to go into it, because I couldn't carry on really, so I needed some time out. I think it made me tougher mentally and better as a player, because it feels like now I've got something to prove and it drives me. With these lot, it's like I'm playing with my mates, but we're all like a unit. You enjoy it, you flourish with it, and especially when like the manager and like all the coaches have belief in you and they let me do what I want to do and they believe in me to do it, even though some coaches might think he's taking risks, like he should have just pass it, lay it off. They think if he pulls it off, it's going to create a chance, which, yeah, makes me happy. It's got to be the playoff final, hasn't it? You know, that was probably the most craziest game I've ever been in, ever. It was like an emotional roller coaster. We were like down 3-2 because Darren Thomas scored. And at that point I was thinking, where do we go from here? All of a sudden, 3-3, we're through on a counter-attack. I play James Davis through, 4-3. Breezy comes on, scores against his former club, 5-3. This was all in the space of like 15 minutes. It was probably the best game of football you could watch in that league for that year, that season, and it just rounded up like a good season. It was a crazy 24 hours and the party didn't stop after that, if I'm being honest. I like Damari Gray a lot. It's very sharp on the ball. The guy's just mentally like, okay, if I miss this one, I'm going to get another one. I'm going to get another one. I'm going to get another one. So like, I think I need to add that mental aspect to my game where I feel like just keep doing it, just keep doing it, just keep doing it, and it'll come off eventually. If there's one thing I love doing, it's probably beating a defender, because, especially early in the game, because if you do it early in the game, they think I've got a long game after that, and you just want to be relentless, just keep running at him, but yeah, it is satisfying. But like, contributing towards a goal probably is more satisfying. So right now, I think I'm on 7 assists. I want to try and finish on the most assists by the end of the season, and I'm on 4 goals right now. Try and finish on 10 goals. And then team of the season, of course, and then hopefully young player of the year. So yeah, I want to make that jump back into the pro game. I'd do anything to get back to the top, to be honest with you. I don't know what word I could use to describe it, but you know, I'd put any work in, of course. So by the time we do hit the end of the season, I'll be more polished as a player, and you know, next season, whatever I'm doing, I'm getting better and better. And that just happens when you're playing games, and here I'm playing games, so I'm getting to develop as a player and a person, so I can't really complain.
Am dymor mae'r gŵr ifanc yna'n cael I dîm Chris Hughes. Oes, maen nhw'n gwelisio fe ar y canau hyn o'n ydyn nhw?
Yndi, maen nhw'n ei fethu fo. I gyflymder o yn amlwg, a mae hynna'n un o'i gryfderau enfawr o. Ond be dwi'n licio amdano fo ydy, y math o chwaraewr ydy Mwandwy. So ti'n chwarae'r tîm arall, so ti'n deud, waldiwch o, hitwch o yn gynnar, a mae'n digwydd bob gêm iddo fo. Ond mae'n nôl ar ei draed, a mae'n mynd eto, a dio byth yn cuddio. A mae'n anggryfder enfawr, felly gobeithio bod yna ddyfodol disglair iawn ac maen nhw'n ei golli fo heno.
Reit, beth am i ni gael cipolwg ar y gôl. Will Evans, just cyn hanner amser yn sgorio i'r Bala. A Ows, o ti'n gweud o'n nhw ddim yn hyddi mynd ar y blaen, felly be yw asesiad i o'r gôl yma? Wel,
un bel hir i fan i'r cwrs Cosby ydi, a mae amdan, wyt ti'n gallu ennill y pened cyntaf, Kieran Smith, a da ni'n gwybod dros y blynyddoedd am Knight sydd gan y fo. Fyny, neidio'n gynnar, digon o gysylltiad, ac efallai bod yr amddiffynwyr yn teimlo bod y bel yn mynd i ffwrdd o'r gôl digon, bod yr perig wedi mynd, ddim i Will Evans. A nid hyd yn oed i droed gryfa fo, ond mae'n gry ar ei dde a'r chwith. Cysylltiad perffaith, taro'r targed y peth pwysica yn amlwg, ond so ond i gallu tharo hi llawer gwell. Ar yr rhan o foli fel mae'n syrthio Colin Caton wrth i fod. Dwi rioed i gweld o'n symud mor gyflym.
O'n i just yn mynd i weid ar un peth. Colin Caton yn dathlu fel sy'n nhw wedi ennill y gêm yn barod. Ond Ows, gath Bala lot o gyfleoedd. Mendes yn bendant yn edrych yn fygythiol iawn.
Ie, Mendes di cael hanner da chwarae teg iddo fo. Da ni'n di arfer i weld o fel esgellwr ar yr ochr dde, ond o'n arediadau crig arno fo. Ac Dwi'n meddwl bod nhw wedi ceisio defnyddio'r gwynt gorau bosib bod o'n ei ffafrio nhw, ond Mendes yn bwydo lawr ochr dde ac angymeriad gan Dave Jones yn fama bod o'n edrych bod wedi gwneud gwaith dan yn ail gasglu'r bêl. Mae'n ffodus oherwydd mae'r bêl yn bownsio yn erbyn Shannon, dwi'n meddwl ydi ochr i'r Bala ac yn garedig yn ôl i ddwylo, felly o'r eich bwyntio yma mae Bala wedi gweld digon ar y gêm. So rhywun yn gweld hon yn meddwl wrth gwrs maen nhw'n heiddi bod ar y blaen, ond dim cweit di bod mor un ochrog, ond eto yr amddiffyn yn fama gweld colli boys fel Sutton, Kieran Mills Evans, oherwydd ddylia bod y bwlch ddim mor fawr a hyn i Shannon just redeg i fewn i'r cwrt Cosby a'r bediad da yma gan Dave Jones.
Oedd na foment ble o ti ddim yn credu dylse'r Dre Newydd wedi cael cic o'r smotyn. Gewn ni cipolwg ar y digwyddiad fan hyn. Ti dal yn cytuno?
Wel, waith ni fod yn onest, dim dyfalu ydw i hanner o'r amser, ond pan ti'n weld ei ddechrau, mae Dave Edwards yn gwiro lawr tuag at y bêl, ac digon haws a hon yn gallu rhoi. A mae'r rheola newid am be sy'n lawiad, be sy'n ddim. Dwi'n mynd i sticio fy mhenderfyniad cyntaf. Dwi'n meddwl bod o'n ddaro fo'n eitha uchel i fyny. Lot o bobl yn anghytuno, ond dyna dim mhenderfyniad i. Dwi ddim yn mynd i newid o'n Sioned.
Os ffordd nôl i'r Dre Newydd, ti'n credu, Owain? Mae brwydr dyn nhw yn yr ail hanner yma.
Oes, dwi'n meddwl, da ni wedi sôn dipyn yn yr hanner cyntaf am y tywydd. Mae yna dipyn o wynt, ac fydd rhaid i'r Dre Newydd newid i'r tactega chydig bach, defnyddio hwnna i'w mantais nhw, cadw'r bêl chydig bach gwell a cael Rushton ar y bêl llawer mwy. Mae o wedyn yn gallu bod yn ddylanwadol a bwydo Williams sydd wedi bod yn dawel hyd yn hyn.
Mae'n mynd i fod yn brofiad o gymeriad y Dre Newydd yn yr ail hanner yna. A mae'r clwb, mae'r Dre Newydd a Aberystwyth ar fi'n cyrraedd gwylltir eitha special achos fe fydd y ddau glwb yn cyrraedd 1000 o gemau yn uwch gyngrau'r Cymru cyn bo hir. A rhywun sy'n nabod y Dre Newydd yn dda iawn, mae'n cadw cwmni i Nicky John.
Diolch, Sioned. Howard Ellis, Chairman of Newtown Football Club. Thank you for joining me. Now, yourselves and Aberystwyth, of course, are about to reach that very significant milestone of 1,000 games at the top flight. And what an achievement that is.
Yeah, as you say, it's a marvellous achievement, as you say. And as we go along, as I say, we play our 1,000th game 3 weeks tomorrow, which is we entertain Cardiff Met, and the club is doing everything possible to make it a wonderful day for spectators to come along and enjoy the day, and hopefully we'll have a bumper crowd on that day. Looking back over the 1,000 games, there's been a lot of highs and obviously there's been a lot of lows, but I think the highs outnumber the lows. As you say, I think the club have been in 2 relegation fights, but overall the rest has been like a mid-table team and so forth. And, you know, over the 1,000th games, I think we've done very well overall.
Not mid-table this season though, Howard. You must be over the moon with how things are going.
Yeah, at the present time, I think we've had a great start to the season, and this first half, as you say, we've got 3 games to go, I think, in the first half, and the club are delighted to think that we're in second position at the present time. But as you know, in football, you only take each game as it comes, and we only look forward to the next game. As you say, you can win 1 game and then lose 2, and the table tosses and turns, and you can find yourself slipping back down to 4th or 5th. So, yes, we're very pleased as a club, and as I say, Chris, our manager, and the director of football have made a couple of major signings, and which has helped the squad this year, and we are very delighted in what they've been doing within the club.
I want to think about that 1,000-game benchmark briefly, because I know that we speak of yourselves and Aberystwyth as 2 clubs that have been ever present in the league. Now, on a personal note, that 92-93 season, what were you up to back then?
Oh, the 92-93 season, on the start of the league when it was formed, I was then referee on the League of Wales, as it was known then, the Connacht League of Wales, and I was referee then for 6 seasons, but of course, when you get to the age of 47, you had to come off due to your age. So I then went in being secretary, matchday secretary at Newtown, and I've been involved with the club ever since, and I'm now chairman. So I've been involved with the club for at least 25 years. And as I say, I think we've had more highs than lows.
Enjoying every moment, I'm sure.
Yes,
and briefly, Howard, this evening now, is there a way back for the Robins?
Well, hopefully, yes. I thought the first half was very, very scrappy, but on the whole, I think it was an even first half. But I just thought that they just put the pressure for the last 5 minutes before half-time, and they scored a vital goal. So hopefully we can rally the second half, and hopefully we can get something out of the game.
I know I promised you a cup of tea to warm up after this, so come on, let's go.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Gen fi genes iawn bod nhw'n mynd i fod yn weinhau disgled o de. Wel, oes mae lot i bod yn digwydd yn uwch gyngrau'r Cymru heno. Sgoriau diweddara. Aberystwyth ar y blaen o 2 gol i ddim yn erbyn y dwrwyddon Kevin. 2 gol mewn 2 funed. Gallai hwnna fod yn ganlyniad enfawr i dîm Antonio Corbisiero. Un arall Pen y Bont wedi dod o fod 1 gol i lawr i fod 2 gol ar y blaen yn erbyn Hwlffordd. Oes, o'n i'n sôn jyst pa mor tyngedfennol gall y gemau yma fod, a dyma sut mae'r tabl yn edrych fel mae pethau'n sefyll. Sa'r canlyniadau yma'n sefyll fel maen nhw, oes tipyn o newid, y Bala'n cripio nôl mewn i'r chwechaf?
Ie, digon difyr yn y chwech uchain amlwg a Pen y Bont, wel, am dymor maen nhw'n gael hyd yn hyn. Mae'n fwy difyr lawr y gwylodion, derwyddon Cefn, da ni'n gwybod bydden ni'n ffarwelio fo nhw. Ond wedyn, beth sy'n digwydd, oherwydd tymor dwytha, Hwlffordd, bobl yn sôn amdano nhw'n brwydro am Ewrop yn y tymoredd i ddod. Felly, dyn nhw ddim wedi ymateb yna i ail dymor. Neu y Bari, a da ni eisiau nhw yn y gyngrair. Aberystwyth, da ni'n sôn 1000 o gemau iddyn nhw yn y gyngrair yn dod i fyny yn fuan iawn. Felly ti'n sbio ar y gyngrair, da ni'n eisiau cochi'r un o'n nhw. Ond mae rhywun yn gorau mynd, felly mae'n gaddo bod yn ddiweddglo a hanner i'r tymor.
Ti'n edrych ar y tabl yma, enwen i ddim yn gyfardd y gwely uwch ben brig. Ti'n gweld Pen y Bont, y dre newydd lan y. Bydde neb wedi credu bydden nhw lan y?
Flint yn un arall, felly mae yna ryw olwg gwahanol iawn ar y chwech uchain y tymor yma. I be da ni di arfer sydd yn gret, sydd yn ffres, rhywbeth i ni edrych ymlaen tuag at, ond dwi'n siŵr fe Bala'n gobeithio fydden nhw'n gallu dringo nôl fyny'r tabl yna ar ôl heno.
Ar ôl heno, o wain ai adael i ti fe nôl lan i'r pwynt sylwebu a beth am i ni gael ymateb y sylwebwyr i'r sgoriau heno yn y Gymraeg. Well i ni fe nôl at Malcolm Allen, Owain Tudur Jones a Dylan Ebenezer.
Diolch Sioned, welcome back to Red Button commentary here in English at Maes Tegid. And Tommy, looking at those half-time results, really important scores there. Aberystwyth 3-0 up and looking to be cruising to a home victory against the Cefn Druids, an important victory.
Yeah, very important. Also that, put them in a good frame of mind for the game on Tuesday evening against, another team which is really struggling at the moment, Haverfordwest. So that promises to be one heck of a game, Mike, considering it's the 1000th game in the league for Aberystwyth.
Certainly, and also looking at Barry being dragged down into the relegation battle, and they've got a difficult assignment away at Connors Quay tomorrow. So it's all to play for at the bottom, all to play for at the top in terms of the second position, with the New Saints ahead at the Oval. They could be stretching their lead to 17 points this evening. And here at Maes Tegid, Bala ahead, a 46th minute goal by Will Evans, giving the home team the advantage. And here is the scorer, Will Evans, losing out to Callum Roberts, but Roberts loses the ball in midfield to Edwards, and Edwards releases Bowrus. Bradley Bowrus crosses on his left foot, and Mendes was there, but at the far post, an opportunity. But Dave Jones saves. I think it was Will Evans at the far post. That cross by Bradley Bowrus, missing Mendes, but Will Evans is shot on target, but Dave Jones equal to the task.
Yeah, certainly an excellent cross there by Bowrus into that no man's land in the 6-yard box where neither defender can get to the ball or the keeper. It's the first time actually we've seen anything of Bowrus in this game, I think. Didn't know he was playing up until now, but he lifts his head up here, whips that across the 6-yard box. Will Evans there.
The angle was against Evans there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah. He did well actually to keep it on the pitch.
Bowrus made the move here to Maes Tegid from Chester City. Newtown spreading the play. Ryan Sears, the new acquisition from Grimsby Town, his second spell with the Robins. Roberts, a little bit short, quick feet by Walker, no foul. The Robins bench unhappy with Mr. Pratt for that decision. And we apologise once again for any foul language that you hear through our microphones.
Callum McKenzie there, showing his frustration to Cheryl Foster. Looked like a foul from where we were, but I think one thing about the referee this evening, he is letting the game flow, Mike.
Certainly.
Get your body in.
Header forward, looking for Aaron Williams. The ball had crossed the touchline, so that should say it could be a long throw here from Aaron Williams. And although they do send Sears and Brett Taylor forward, they certainly have the height disadvantage.
Yeah, absolutely. But you never know, you know, for the second ball.
Ball is headed clear by Bala. Sean Smith. Roberts, that's overhit, looking for Nick Rushton.
Yeah, Bala looking quite organised defensively when they are defending these long throws.
I'm sure Bala would be happy to grind out the old 1-0 win here, because the win would take them above Carnarvon as it stands, and Connors Quay, having played a game more.
Yeah, and actually, you know, they're definitely in the fight for that second spot, which will be the one that everybody wants to get into Europe.
Yeah. The ball came off Naim Arsan. It will be a throw to Bala. Oliver Southern. He's a good acquisition. He's only 19 years of age, Oliver Southern. He's a good right back, Tony. Solid.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen enough of him, but he seems fairly comfortable this evening in that right back berth.
Comfortable on the ball, a little bit of skill, a bit of significant pace.
Switch play as well to Smith for the goal. Lots of full-backs who just aimlessly put that in the box.
And ball played forward by Newtown, but it's comfortably collected by Alec Ramsey. He feeds Smith. Smith against the long ball is rather aimless, isn't it?
Well, I just looking at him there, he's waving his arms, but there was nobody there, so...
Both sides trying to hit long balls diagonally or into the channel. Neither successful.
Come on, show. Good boy.
Edwards working hard in a defensive position for Bala. Good work by Bowrus. Bowrus to Smith. Smith looking to feed Bowrus. Intercepted by Sears. Sears once again. Nick Rushton free on the right-hand side. Closed down by Smith. Sears outside him. Chooses to go inside. Rushton. Opportunity here to cross, maybe to shoot. But he's surrounded by white shirts.
It was a good run, Mike. I think personally, I'm surprised he didn't go down there.
Yeah.
I think it's a couple of defenders trying to nibble there.
You're quite right, Tommy. I thought they had a nibble at his ankle there. Best we've seen from Newtown at the beginning of the second half. 6 minutes gone. Bala 1, Newtown 0. At the beginning of the second half, the opening goal from Will Evans in injury time at the end of the first half. Kay clears.
Haven't really seen too much of Aaron Williams this evening, have we, Mike? As a, the goal-scoring talisman and skipper of Newtown. Hasn't been in the game that much, but we welcome alive in the penalty area at some time in this game. But I'm sure Chris Hughes will be looking for his influence.
I think what Bala have done effectively this evening is to stop that ball into Williams, because normally he can control it with his feet, on his chest, anywhere. But he's just not had those balls into his feet or any part of his body, to be honest.
Yeah, I think, you know, Kay and Pete, they're two monsters in the back, and they're very, very physical. And they're on to him as soon as they're on to him before he gets the ball, actually, which is, you know, always good from a defensive point of view when your centre-half is right on the player.
Ball played through, looking for Williams. He's not going to catch that one. The two teams have met twice this season. It was an exciting 3-all draw at Latham Park earlier in the season in the league. Bala were winners here in the League Cup comfortably by 3-1. Ramsey bypassing midfield, long and straight towards Mendes, but there's offside against Mendes.
Frustrating for the manager, you know, when a goalkeeper hits the ball 70-odd metres and then you get caught offside.
Do you think we're being a little bit overcritical, Tommy, of the standard of play this evening, considering it's only the second game since the COVID break? Here's Williams, speculative opportunity by Aaron Williams. It was on target. Alec Ramsey had to watch it all the way.
Yeah, all I'd say to the Mike is most of these teams have been having friendlies. They keep training, so yeah. Did you see him off the line there? Williams, that little lob.
Ball played long again. Williams chasing it down.
Did you see that lob there?
It was going in.
He was on target.
Edwards, I think he might have injured himself there. Dave Edwards. Well, here's the top six as it stands. And look at Penabont. Leapfrog Newtown. How tight is that? 3 teams on 33 points. Split by goal difference only. Plus 15 to Penabont, 14 to Newtown, 12 to Flint. Flint have that game in hand. They'll be playing tomorrow against Cardiff Met. And in the race for 6th place, Carnarvon drop into the bottom half. Cardiff Met are at Flint tomorrow.
Yes, a couple of tough games tomorrow afternoon.
It's strange there, we had more interest in the table than we did on the play there with Dave Edwards. The Welsh international is down. I don't know if he had a bang in the first half.
I think he's had a knock in the ribs, I think. It looks like it.
Not talking to you in particular.
Had that earlier, I think, didn't he?
There's a spare man in there.
I think he had an earlier knock in the ribs.
Yeah, that's very early in the game from Arson, who bumped into him on the edge of the box.
The ribs or his shoulder. There we are. Looking forward to next Sunday. And Cardiff Met against Connors Quay in the final of the Nathaniel League Cup will be on Sunday, February the 6th at 1:45 live on S4C. Cardiff Met done really well to get to the final. Connors Quay will start as favourites, Tommy?
Yeah, definitely, but that won't be an easy game, not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination. Cardiff Met already won that competition a few years ago against Cameron and Clydach down at Jenner Park. A couple of goals from Adam Roscoe on that occasion.
Second goal for the New Saints at the Oval, and it's Ryan Brobble free kick has given the New Saints a 2-0 advantage away at the Oval. And they look to be stretching their lead at the top of the Cymru Premier to 17 points. Fantastic start to Anthony Limbrick's career as the New Saints manager. Smith into Bowrus. Bowrus turns, is caught by Brett Taylor. Free kick awarded to Bala. Correctly, Tommy?
Yeah. I think he could easily have had a yellow card for that, actually. He has actually succumbed to a yellow card.
And just as you mentioned, the yellow card, Tommy, it is shown actually to Brett Taylor. Second yellow card of the evening for Newtown.
He's impressed me, though, Brett Taylor. Saw him playing at centre-back when they played at Park Hall against the New Saints, and he had an outstanding game that evening as well.
Anthony Kay, it's headed on. Oh, and an opportunity there. A half chance for Bradley Bowrus to extend the Bala lead.
I think Dave Edwards is struggling, isn't he?
Yeah, he is struggling with that injury. I think you're right, it was a rib injury. And he's been ever present, ironically, for Bala. Williams holds it up this time. That's a fantastic ball by Arsan to Jake Walker. Walker collects, but he not many options going forward. Move the ball from side to side. Roberts. Good work by Taylor, stepping in.
It's one thing now, during this phase of play, Bala looked really comfortable defensively, led from the back by Anthony Kay. He's telling everybody when to move out, when to drop back.
Sears is headed down. Taylor again, on to Walker. Walker down the channel, encouraging James Williams at pace. Ball is placed back. Sears crosses in towards the far post. But the header comes off Aaron Williams, and it'll be a goal kick to Bala. This is a good opportunity for Bowrus.
Yeah. I think he just took his eye off that, didn't he? It was just a wild swing in the end. Looks like Edwards his night's over.
An hour played at Maestegid. Bala 1, Newtown 0, and Dave Edwards' race has run. I think he's going to have to succumb to the injury. Who's he playing on? Well, temporarily, perhaps. Temporarily. Ramsey kicks it. And here comes the substitution, and it is Callum Woods who replaces Dave Edwards. Clearly in pain. Whether he's twisted something or taken a blow to the ribs. It's Callum Woods that takes his place. Rushton. Rushton. This is good run by Rushton. Holds the ball up. Arsan crosses dangerously, but it's straight through to Alec Ramsey.
Yeah, once he came back onto his right foot, hasn't quite got the same accuracy he has with his left foot there. Plenty of plays in the box there as well for the Robins.
Roberts calls, wins the header, throw to Bala, far side, near side. Mendes taking the blow to the head there. Another quieter start to the second half from Lasana Mendes, Tommy. Not seen as much of him.
No, certainly not as influential as he was in the first period.
Here's Southern. Again, a few nice touches from the right back. Bala. Moving the ball from one side of the pitch to the other. Smith to Bowrus. First touch for Callum Woods. Woods to Southern. Southern hangs it up there. Will Evans, pressure on Dave Jones. Well done by the goalkeeper, collected comfortably.
Yeah, once you put that kind of height on a cross, it's always going to be a goalkeeper's ball.
He did a whip that one, didn't he? Okay. To Smith. Smith looking for the channel ball. Taylor, and it's Evans, goes to ground. It's rather a soft free kick, edge of the box, but it is awarded. It's Taylor on Evans.
Yeah, once he made contact and the ball's in the air, you just see him now, he just gets his arm on the back of Will Evans. Evans goes down a bit meekly. They're always going to be given by referees, those.
It's a little bit of inexperience, isn't it? I mean, he's only, what is he, 21 years of age, Brett Taylor?
Again, excellent position for this Lakesiders here.
Bowers to the far side. Oh, important header clear, but there was a foul in the 6-yard box against a Bala player. Caton continues to bark out the orders. He'll be pleased. If this finishes 1-0, he'll be over the moon, Tommy.
Certainly be delighted, really. Counted the games down for his top scorer from last season to get back into the lineup. I think he's available for the Welsh Cup game against Aberystwyth.
That's right. They have the double headers next. Carnarvon, I think it's Carnarvon
home and away,
first up at the Oval.
Massive game, that.
Oh, absolutely huge in the race for the top 6. You always fancy Carnarvon perhaps at home with a strong home following.
Yeah, difficult place to go, the Oval.
Long throw, looking for Williams. That little touch by Williams. Ball is cleared, but it's off Shannon.
Ask you a question, Mike. Who do you think will be disappointed and not getting into the top 6?
I think if Bala don't make it, it will be a shock. Oof, there's a late tackle there on the Newtown player. I think he's going to get a yellow card here. Is it Callum Woods, the substitute?
Yeah.
Yellow for Woods. A reckless challenge there.
Certainly was. On his namesake, Callum Roberts.
Just missed the ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
Arsan. Ball is cleared by Will Evans. High into the night sky here at Maes Tegid. Newtown couldn't take it. Mendes has the ball. Here come Bala. Bowers out wide. Shannon and Mendes waiting for the cross. Ball is played wide. Opportunity to cross. They prefer to keep possession of the ball. Bala, 1 up. Looking to go above Carnarvon and Connors Key with 3 points. They have been struggling of late. They drew a blank on Saturday against Cardiff Met away. Ball played towards the far post. Here's Mendes. Mendes goes in against, Brett Taylor. A clash of edge of the box. Really painful. Play is stopped immediately by Nick Pratt.
Well, both players not pulling back there. I think Taylor gets the worst of that one. I think sometimes all of the danger on these surfaces, the ball just hangs up there, doesn't it?
It just bounces high enough that they have to go in with the head rather than the foot, because if either of them go in with their foot, it's going to be a free kick or a penalty.
Yeah, that was lucky. That was a lot worse, actually.
You're right. You asked me earlier on, Tommy, about who would be most disappointed not to get into the top 6.
Oh, who do you think won't get in the top 6?
Won't get in the top 6. I think on what I've seen tonight, and with Venables to come back in, you would think Bala would have enough to get above Caernarfon.
So they got to beat them twice then?
Yeah.
Probably, to clinch that. Connors-Key is still...
Yeah.
Might not make it.
And they've got Aberystwyth at home as well, haven't they? But I'm right in saying, including this game, Bala have got 3 of the last 4 at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
But their record at home has been poor this season.
Yeah. We'll just look that up. They've only won twice. This could be their 3rd win of the season. 3rd win at home this season. And Chris Hughes, he's not used to losing.
I think Jordan Evans, he's bound to come on, isn't he?
They've not lost since the 19th of November when they lost away at Park Hall against the New Saints. Looks like Ryan Edwards is preparing to come on. Jordan Evans, creative player, scored twice in the 3-3 draw against Bala at Latham Park. Latest scores in the Cymru Premier. Aberystwyth still 3 up at Park Avenue against the bottom side Cefn Druids. Caernarfon 0, New Saints 2 as the Anthony Limbrick side look to extend their lead to 17 points. And it was Haverfordwest 1, Penabont 2. Strong tackle by Jake Walker. This is Arsan. Walker. But Newtown being forced back by the organisation of the Bala midfield and defence. Three-quarters of the game played. Bala 1. That Will Evans goal in injury time at the end of the first half. Newtown 0. Here's James Davis. Davis looking for an opportunity to cross. Hughes square at Taylor. Taylor goes to ground, no foul. Recovers well because Mendes was clear. Will Evans goes to ground. Free kick to Bala, and here's an opportunity for Chris Hughes and Newtown to make the changes.
Looks like a double substitution, Mike.
Something needed to happen, and he's bringing on not only some skill and pace here, but experience. Jordan Evans and Ryan Edwards. But we will wait for the free kick to be taken high into the sky towards Mendes. Mendes misses it. Sears knocked off the ball. Mendes square at Woods. At Southern crosses dangerously. This is Shannon. Shannon with no number on his back, and it's Callan Roberts that clears, but it will be a throw to Newtown, the ball having come off a Bala player.
Yeah, again, Southern with that whipped cross into the near post. Roberts does well there to clear it. There's a slight deflection, so he wins the throw in as well.
20 minutes left. Looks as if there's going to be a double substitution for Newtown. Well, there's handball there against Southern. Well, nothing given. The ball's headed back. Alec Ramsey going to work hard to collect. How do you think Chris Hughes is going to change things on 2 midfield players?
Yeah, I think he may well take off Walker and Cowans, actually, just to freshen things up there in the steam room.
Here is Cowans, one last opportunity. Perhaps before the substitution, here it comes.
Looks as if Brett Taylor.
So it will be Brett Taylor. He has a yellow card and a blooded nose, so he leaves the field. Will be replaced by Jordan Evans, and it's Harry Cowans also leaving the field, replaced by Ryan Edwards, the experienced Ryan Edwards, 27 years of age.
Looks as if Edwards gone to right back. Sears back to his normal position of centre back.
So that's how Newtown have reorganised. There is a free kick awarded against Bala. Free kick to Newtown. Now, Jordan Evans is an interesting character. Fantastic season last season. He's got 3 goals this season, 2 against Bala in the 3-3 draw at Latham Park. He gives a wonderful left foot, one of the best in the league. Tommy, you agree?
Yeah, definitely, Mike. I think he got goal of the month or goal of the season down at Richmond Park a few seasons ago, if I remember rightly, with an absolutely outrageous effort from about 35 metres.
Well, do you reckon we've got about 18 minutes to play? Is there a way back here for Newtown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always to say, Michael, you should remember this. You're always in the game when you're 1-0 down, aren't you?
That's right, yeah.
Always in the game.
Right. It's just that you just haven't seen enough of Rushton, James, Davis, and you're not used to saying that this season because they've been so influential. They've had so much of the ball. Here's Ryan Edwards. Ooh, not the best first touch. A little bit lucky. Here is Rushton. Rushton crosses. Oh, and it's over everybody. Over Aaron Williams and nobody coming in at the back. To me, they've really missed Mwandwe tonight. He's been exceptional this season. Electric pace down the left-hand side. Fantastic this season.
He can put defenders on the floor, can't he, with his skill? He goes past them and, you know...
I've seen him put Miles Davis and Luke Cummings, both of them, as you say, on their behinds this season. And not many people do that. Both had to be substituted, actually, because they were both on yellow cards as well. But he's been so exciting, wonderful to watch. We hope he'll be back soon.
And do you know what else I like about him? He plays with a smile on his face.
Well, there's a free kick awarded here against Mendes for the clash with the goalkeeper, Dave Jones. Mendes can't believe it. He thinks he wants a penalty here. Yeah. I'm sure Mendes. He sprints in. Ooh, but his foot was high on Dave Jones. Don't think he's got a case there.
Oof. Well, he has every right to go for the ball, hasn't he?
I suppose it was Chris Hughes' worst nightmare, really, to lose Mwandwe. He was injured after about half an hour, apparently, against Haverfordwest last week. Ball played long. Jones again makes the decision to come.
He said he could have probably... I spoke to him before the game, actually, Mike, and he said he possibly could have risked him tonight, but they haven't got a game for 2 weeks now, so he thought, you know, by giving him a good rest, he'd come back, 100% fit. So I think that's very sensible from Chris Hughes. That
it makes sense. It makes sense. But then again, I suppose, they might well lose this. They could lose this. Their record here has been abysmal. I don't think they've won here in Newtown since 2015.
Maybe look at that.
Discipline now, you two. Jeff, play nice and hard on the left.
Quarter of an hour left then. Newtown going to gamble here. One behind that Will Evans goal. Colin Caton would be happy to see it finish 1-0 with his side if they secure the victory, going above Carnarvon and Connors Key. Hughes fouled in midfield. Arsan to Hughes. They want to move the ball quickly. Sears back in central defence to the substitute Ryan Edwards. Edwards skips past Bowers through the centre circle. Good ball to Arsan. But again, Will Evans working hard for the team. Quick feet by Woods.
Woods has done well since he's come on, actually.
He has, yes. And this is Kieran Smith, creator of the first goal, but he's asking a little bit too much of Sean Smith on the left-hand side. You can see Newtown trying to speed things up a bit now. They want to increase the tempo. A point now would be a point gained. So to get that all-important equaliser.
Yeah, looks as if Bala quite content to.
Williams, that header looking for James Davis's pace, but we've not seen enough of James Davis and Nick Rushton, that usual partnership, that triangle that they've got with Rushton on one side, James Davis on the other, with Williams through the middle.
Yeah.
It's not been effective this evening.
Obviously, the most effective part of this game we've seen so far is obviously that linked up for the goal. When Smith won that initial header, you know, Will Evans reacted really quickly, read what was going to happen, and you know, finished, you know, with great aplomb, to be fair to him.
Shannon looking for Bowrus. Bowrus had strayed offside.
I think Will Evans has come over to this left-hand side now to play, actually.
Foul given against Sean Smith. He can't seem to understand why. Now, this is an opportunity for Newtown to throw this ball into the box. It'll be Ryan Edwards with the free kick. Bowrus stands over the ball. I'm surprised, really, that Jordan Evans isn't taking this and whipping it in with his left foot.
Yeah.
12 minutes left. Edwards with the free kick. Headed out. Here's Bowrus. Bowrus clears. Over halfway, Dave Jones. There's no Arsan on the angle, but it's too strong. Well, here's the middle 6 teams, Tommy. This is how close it is there. We've got Aberystwyth on 20 points. Cardiff Met on 23. And there's a 10-point gap to Flint with 33. Goodness me, it is close. I think it was 32 points, is it, that's needed to get into the top 6. It's going to be more than that this season, isn't it?
Yeah, most ever, probably. Bala in absolutely no rush at all to take these throw-ins or free kicks.
Rushton looking to release James Davis, but across comes Anthony Kay, the most experienced player on the field. This is Edwards. Rushton screams for the ball on the right-hand side. Oh, poor pass from Ryan Edwards, intercepted by Will Evans. This is Woods. Woods, good pass to release Bowrus. Bowrus with Shannon and Evans waiting for the cross. Sears comes across. Sears charges the ball down. It will be a throw to Bala in the corner, exactly where Colin Caton and his men want the ball.
Yeah, but Bowrus wasn't positive enough there. He had a chance to whip that up in early to Southern.
Well, a shock at Bridgemeadow. Haverfordwest have equalised. Haverfordwest 2, Penabont 2, and it's Toure Cisse with the all-important equaliser. Humdinger down in the west. Caernarfon 0, the New Saints 3. They extend their lead at the Oval with Chislovich with the third. Late goals there, Tommy. Will there be a late goal here?
Well, still 10 minutes left in all the 7:45 kickoffs, so...
Well, James Davis is substituted. And he's replaced by Rhys Hesdon, 19-year-old. Already played in Europe against Dundalk earlier in the season. Haven't seen much of him in the Cymru Premier. Ball is cleared, but straight to Kieran Smith. Smith, one of the most experienced players in the Bala outfit. Kay, another one. Evans lays it down to Shannon. This is better from Bala. Shannon crosses early. Ball is collected by Smith. Smith, bullied slightly. Hesdon. Hesdon's first touch is excellent. Releases Rushton. Rushton with Williams at the far post. Here comes Williams. It's beyond Williams. And the best move from Newtown in the second half, Tom.
Yeah, nice crisp play there. Rushton just couldn't pull it back enough there for Williams, who was rushing in at the far post there. Just couldn't quite link up.
Williams failing to add to his 13 goals in the Cymru Premier this season. He has 22 in total. Mendes forward towards Bowras. Ooh, Jones drops the ball. He's outside his area. Needs to clear quickly. Good pressure here from Jake Walker.
Kay's a really competent defender, isn't he? He reads the game so well.
And those goals have affected the top 6, and now Newtown are back in second position despite being behind here at Maes Tegid. Flint a third. And Penybont dropped to 4th. Kay's experience, Tommy, reminds me of the performance by Sean MacDonald for Penybont last week, playing in at centre-back. We had a chat with Owain Tudur-Jones earlier about how impressed he was with Sean MacDonald when he was a professional at Swansea.
Yeah, it's always nice to have, you know, experienced defenders in key, you know, it is a key position.
Yeah.
And I've been keeping an eye on Kay. He's the master at the back there. He's telling all his co-defenders when to come out.
Sears, again the long ball, rather hopeful ball.
Like you said, sorry Mike,
yeah.
they haven't been able to thread the ball into the strikers, have they?
No.
Because I tell you why, because Kieran Smith does an absolutely fantastic job. He actually joins the two centre-backs and then steps into midfield to stop those balls coming through. He does a job where not a lot of people would notice him doing it, actually.
He very rarely crosses the halfway line, Kieran Smith. He's a real canny player, isn't he? Oh, Will Evans is brought down in the midfield. A little bit of afters there between him and Callum Roberts, but Bala have the ball and they're breaking into the box. It's Bowras to Shannon, but Shannon is offside. The celebration is cut short. It was a great run by Bowras, a great cross as well, but Shannon had overrun through the middle.
Was he offside, Mike? He just delays it.
Ooh. By one step, perhaps, Tommy, yeah? Good decision by the referee's assistant, and a yellow card for Callum Roberts. Oh, it's a yellow card for Will Evans. Oh, both of them have had a yellow card. There we are.
Oh, well, it's even Stevens then.
Yeah.
Good talk in there by Alex Ramsey in goal. You could hear him calling keeper, keeper. That's what you want from a defensive point of view. A positive goalkeeper.
Jordan Williams has added a 4th for the new Saints at the Oval, and it's a stroll for Anthony Limbrick's team.
Just drop in, just half and half of the back. I'll stay high.
Not the best preparation for Hugh Griffiths and his men for the double-header against Bala. A 4-0 home defeat.
Come on, Jeff!
They've just got 51 goals already this season now for the new Saints.
Play on! Play on! Leave him, Rishi!
Heston.
Keep the ball! Yes, Mike, come on!
Heston encouraged to keep the ball. Ryan Edwards looking to change direction. That's a poor pass by Ryan Edwards. He's so experienced.
Well, he's given the ball away 3 times.
A waste, isn't it? I mean, it's a simple pass to move the ball from one side of the field to the other. Aberystwyth have added a 4th at Park Avenue. Good for the goal difference, Tommy. 4-0 win, and this will do Antonio Corbiziero and his men a great deal of give them the confidence to go for that all-important win, perhaps against Haverfordwest next Tuesday night, and a crucial 6-pointer in the relegation battle.
Yeah, certainly. You know, nice to see him back amongst the goals because they've struggled in that department this season. That's only their 18th goal of the season.
Hesden, ball played forward, looking for Rushton. Kay across, reading the game so well.
Yeah, that's what you want from your defenders, no nonsense.
Edwards with the throw. Rushton offers himself. Edwards again, his pocket picked almost by Bradley Bowrus. Time running out now for Chris Hughes and the Robins. If they're to avoid defeat here at Bala, Roberts crosses towards Williams. Williams up high. He wins the header, but no one there to take advantage.
To be honest, it looked like a foul to me, Mike.
Yeah, you're quite right, Tommy. I was just waiting for Nick Pratt's whistle. There's something similar to the goal that Bala scored at the end of the first half. Here's Rushton spreading the play. Hughes picks the pass square to Sears. Ryan Edwards offers himself on the right-hand side.
Just not getting forward of it at the moment. Newtown just playing it square and backwards.
It's interesting.
It's not going to get him anything out of this game.
Kieran Smith picking up Jake Walker in midfield, stopping that ball coming through, as you mentioned a little bit earlier. They're having to go from side to side rather than through the middle. Here it comes, and it's wasted, and Kay's read it. And it's with the scorer, Evans, and he'll be happy just to run down the clock. Mendes looking for the run. It's rather wasteful. This is Arsan. Jordan Evans round the corner, that's better. Ball is crossed. Hesden, edge of the box, Williams loitering. This is Hughes. This is better from Newtown. It's with Arsan. Callum Roberts. Sears available square. Ryan Edwards out on the right-hand side. Here comes the opportunity to throw the ball into the box. It's low and it's poor, and it's easily cleared by Anthony Kay. Back the Robins come. Edwards again. We're in the last minute of the 90. Bala 1, Newtown 0. Will Evans, his goal after 46 minutes in injury time at the end of the first half. Divides the teams. And here is Evans. Excellent play by Evans, and it's a wonderful pass, spread left, looking for Bowrus. Bowrus crosses. Here's Mendes, edge of the box. Good work by Jake Walker. Ball is deflected over the top corner to Bala.
Yeah, surprising, 5 minutes.
5 minutes of added time. There will be an opportunity perhaps for Newtown. What a great pass here.
Yeah, it's a slide rule pass there by Will Evans to Bowrus, who looks for Southern, the edge of the box there.
It'll be Bowrus, Bradley Bowrus, to curl this in, or they're going to run the clock down.
Looks as if they bring the clock down.
We've already played almost one of the 5 that's been added, and that is what they're going to do. Bowrus, but they lose possession. Here comes the opportunity. Williams, great control by Aaron Williams. He looks round for support. It's there from Ryan Edwards. Edwards, channel ball. It was a tough one for Rushton to control. He couldn't, and it'll be a throw-in.
It's quite interesting, Mike, that the New Saints, Newtown and Flint, the 3 top sides in the league, got the 3 top scorers in the league as well playing for them. You know, McManus has been banging them in for the New Saints.
Yeah.
Williams been prolific for Newtown, and Wild's been, Michael Wild, like he has been for a number of years.
Yeah.
You know, a very potent goal scorer as well.
The missing name there, really, is Venables.
Yeah, certainly.
That's his golden boot, perhaps. Venables is who hasn't scored that many this season. I think it's only 3, is it?
Yeah, he's obviously had a disappointing season, but I'm sure he'll come back a bigger and better, stronger player again next season.
Walker. Asan building down the left-hand side. Almost half of the 5 minutes played. I know it's Malcolm Allen, I think, is discussing the star player of the game. And Kieran Smith, you concur?
Yeah, I concur with him, actually, yeah.
To be fair, Tommy, you did pick him out about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's a bit of an unsung hero for me.
Here come the Robins then. Ball played back to Ramsey. Ramsey clears. 2 minutes left. Bowrus controls, keeps the ball. Mendes is wide. Mendes can run down the clock in the corner here. It looks as if it's going to be a 1-0 win for Bala. It looks as if they're going to go above Carnarvon and Connors Key. They will go.
Yeah, if they do, it's been a good, excellent evening for Colin Caton's men. He'd be well pleased. 2 clean sheets on the trot. And to be fair, Newtown really looks as if they're going to breach that defence either.
One more opportunity perhaps for Newtown to secure a point at Maes Tegid. Time running out, 1 minute left. It's with the substitute Hesdon. Hesdon over halfway. Wins a throw. Down the Newtown right.
Into the final minute, Mike.
Seconds left at Maes Tegid.
No.
Sears looks as if it's going to be it's a long throw, but it's infield to Naeem Arsan. Arsan forward, no offside. But there is a foul, and there is offside. There was a foul on Kieran Smith anyway by Aaron Williams, but he was offside. And I think with it go Newtown's hopes of a point.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best of games. Very stop-start. But that man there's been very influential for Bala, as is Will Evans. He set up the goal. Evans finished it off. And 3 vital points for Colin Caton's men.
We've played the 5 minutes of added time at the end of the 90 here at Maes Tegid. Throw in to Newtown. Hesdon heads on. Rushton touch inside, but the ball is with Callum Woods. Woods knocks it long on the diagonal. It's just going to be a goal kick for Newtown. That's the best they're going to get, and that could be it.
But he played 2 minutes, Nick.
He couldn't have placed that in a better place, could he? That ball to nothing.
Reese, can we get involved?
And there it is, the final whistle. Bala celebrate. 3 points for Colin Caton's men. The Will Evans goal at the end of the first half separates the teams. And Bala go above Carnarvon and Connors Key Nomads. A big smile on the face of Will Evans. The star man this evening, Kieran Smith in midfield. Has been wonderful for Bala, for Colin Caton's men. A great night for Bala, disappointment for Chris Hughes. It's finished here at Maes Tegid. Bala 1, Newtown 0.
Diolch Dylan a Malcolm, a diolch I boes y botwm coch hefyd. Wel, am noson yn uwch gyngrau'r Cymru. Y Bala'n sicrhau triphwynt fan hyn ar Maes Tegid. Carnarvon yn colli o 4 gol I ddim yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd. Aberystwyth yn ennill o 4 gol I ddim hefyd yn erbyn y Dyrwyddon Cefn. A'r gêm rhwng Hwlffordd a Phen-y-bont yn gorffen yn 2 gol yr un. A gawn ni gipolwg ar be mae hwn yn golygu i'r tabl. Y Bala wedi dringo nôl mewn i'r 6 ucha elfen o ryddhad i dîm Colin Caton, a ni am gael ymateb gan y person nath sgorio unig gol y gêm, achos mae Will Evans gyda Nicky John.
Well, Will, first and foremost, huge congratulations. How significant was that goal of yours, and what a time to score it as well, just before half-time?
Yeah, we knew tonight was going to be a big one. If they had won, they'd gone 10 points ahead. And so for us to win, we'd only go 4 behind. So it was a massive game. I think the lads dug so deep, fair play, to a man who were very, very good. And to be fair, I didn't know it was just before half-time, so I was quite surprised at that, but it's quite nice to have a rest. So, yeah, good time to score.
What do you remember about the actual goal? Talk me through it.
I think Smig had it this side, and he played a diagonal. I just thought Kiz was running in, he's got a good leap. I'll go off his seconds, and it's dropped nicely for me on the half volley, and I just wanted a good connection, and luckily I did that.
And great to keep another clean sheet this week as well. You must be really pleased about that.
Very important, really. We've given away some sloppy goals this year, and it's shown in our league position. And these goals, they cost us points, and I think the boys, the back four, and Alex, they'll be real happy with that tonight. And across the board, I thought everyone will be so happy with 3 points first and foremost, and then the bonus of a clean sheet. It's really important.
It's a result that helps you climb the table as well. How much confidence do you take from that?
It's massive. It's a massive confidence builder. I mean, we've had, like I said, we've had some tough results. It's been a bit stop-start as a collective, and for myself personally, I was out injured 10, 11 weeks, so it's been tough. But coming back from the break that we've had, I think going away at Met, who I know very well, it's tough to go down there and get some points. So to come away with a draw is good, and then to start this weekend with a win is very special.
Llongyfarchiadau, Will. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Will Evans yn wein o glist i glist gyda Nicky John fyna. Owain, gewn ni cipolog ar ei gole, achos fe sgoriodd unig gol y gêm, ond nath e weithio mor galed trwy gydol y gêm hefyd.
Do, mae'n safle, da ni'n di arfer i weld o'n beth swn i am ddeud, union yr unig gêm, os mae Dre Newydd yn chwarae efo ddau amddiffynwr canol arferol, mae'r gêm yn gorffen yn ddi-sgôr, dwi'n meddwl. Oherwydd Callum Roberts sydd wedi cael gêm dda, chwaraewr da, ond mae'n cael ei giro o ran y peniad yna gan Kieran Smith, lle fysa Shane Sutton neu Mills Evans yn ennill y peniad. Ond, o safbwynt Bala ac o safbwynt Will Evans, ymateb i'r peniad, a wedyn y dechneg. A mae wedi bod yn dymor anodd i Will Evans. Anaf cas ar ei hamstringo, mae o'n nôl rwan ac yn edrych yn ôl ar ei ora hefyd.
Fi dal yn joio gweld Colin Caton yn dathlu'r gol yna, wel rhywun sydd yn anffodus ddim yn dathlu heno yw Chris Hughes, a mae fe'n cadw cwmni i Nicky.
Chris, not the result you were hoping for in the end, but how do you evaluate the performance?
I think it was an honest game throughout. I don't think there was a lot of chances in the game. I don't think either keepers had massive amounts of saves to make. We're obviously a little frustrated that we've lost the game. Did we do enough to win it? Probably not. The team were honest. We kept going. We had to throw bodies forward, especially in the last 20 minutes, to try and get something. We've had a couple of half chances. A couple of times where we've just disappointed in the last third. I think that was the key, really, disappointing in the last third. Again, I thought we were dealt with what Bala were about quite comfortably, really, but I think they would probably say the same about us. I think it was a game that was played in the middle third of the pitch, and we've half switched off for their goal where we've not tracked the runner, and they punished for us, but that's probably the only difference on the night, really.
Next two up against Cardiff Met now as well. You want to bounce back?
Yeah, of course. Look, whenever we've done that this year, whenever we've lost a game, we've bounced back straight away, and that'll be important. So, we'll use a couple of weeks now. We've obviously picked another injury up tonight with young Brett Taylor coming off with a head injury. So we've got, at the moment, walking wounded, but we've got a couple of weeks. Hopefully we can get a couple back before the Cardiff Met game in 2 weeks.
Diolch, Chris.
Thank you. Cheers.
Noson siomedig i'r Dre Newydd, ond gall lot newid rhwng nawr a'r hollt. Owain, mae'n amser i ni weid ta braf iawn cael dy gwmni di heno, a chofiwch, mae na wledd o bêl-droed ar S4C wythnos yma. Cofiwch uchafbwyntiau sgorio ar S4C. Nos lun wedyn byddwn ni'n fyw gyda Aberystwyth yn erbyn Hwlffordd. Mae hwnna'n fyw ar-lein nos Fawrth, a wedyn Cwpan Nathaniel. Prynhawn, dydd Sul, Ceicona yn erbyn Met Caerdydd. Chi ddim yn mynd i moyn colli unrhyw beth. Braf iawn cael eich cwmni chi heno. Tan hynny, nos da.
Dyna i chi waith tîm arbennig.
Job dda. Screwfix yn nodi pêl-droed ar S4C.